What if everything you knew was a lie? What if the world you live in is nothing but an illusion? These are the questions that have intrigued philosophers for centuries, and one of the most famous thought experiments that explores this concept is Plato's Allegory of the Cave. But what's even more intriguing is that Plato's ideas surprisingly align with a modern-day film, The Matrix. In fact, the famous and controversial Andrew Tate's claim that we are living in the Matrix might not actually be as far-fetched as we think, according to Plato. So in this video, you and I will delve deeper into Plato's Allegory of the Cave and explore why he actually agrees with Tate's theory. Get ready to have your mind blown, because you might just discover that you too are living in the Matrix. Okay, so let's imagine a group of people living in a cave deep underground. They've been chained up their whole lives, unable to move their legs or necks, and all they can do is stare forward. Above them, a blazing fire casts shadows on the wall, and people walk by carrying objects on a low wall. The crazy thing is that these captives have never seen anything beyond the shadows. They don't even know what the objects are called except for what they see as shadows on the wall. It's like they're living in their own little world. But what if one of these captives was freed from their chains and allowed to see what's really going on? It would be pretty shocking for them to see the fire and the objects casting the shadows. It would take some time, but eventually they would be able to see things more clearly and realize that everything they previously knew was just an illusion. If they were taken outside and exposed to the sunlight, it would be overwhelming for them, and they would struggle to see anything at first. But eventually, their eyes would adjust and they would be able to see things in their true form. They could even gaze upon the sun itself, not just a reflection or a shadow of it. It's a wild concept that makes you wonder, what is reality and how can we really know what's real? Now, here's the kicker. What if the freed captive went back to the cave to tell his fellow prisoners about his new discoveries? They'd be like, what are you even talking about? They're still stuck in the cave, only knowing the shadows they see on the wall. The freed man might try to convince them to leave with him, but they'll think he's crazy. They might even poke fun at him for being enlightened. It's a real mind bender, right? This story makes you think about what's real and what's just an illusion. It also raises the question of whether it's better to live in ignorance or to seek the truth, even if it's painful. Okay, so have you seen the Matrix movie? You know, the one where Keanu Reeves plays Neo and learns that everything he thought was real is actually just a computer-generated simulation? It's a crazy concept, right? Well, Plato's Allegory of the Cave is kind of like the OG version of the Matrix. In Plato's story, the prisoners in the cave are like people living in a world of illusions, just like how the humans in the Matrix are living in a simulated reality created by machines. Andrew Tate's take on the Matrix is definitely an interesting one. He thinks that we are all living in a mental prison created by society, where we're constantly being fed false information and distractions. We're bombarded with messages that tell us what to think and what to believe, and we don't even realize it. It's like we're all living in the Matrix and we don't even know it. But there's good news. Just like Neo and the prisoner in Plato's Allegory, we can break free from this mental prison and discover the truth. According to Tate, we can even use the Matrix to our advantage and create our own reality. It's like taking the blue pill and the red pill at the same time. By breaking free from the constraints of society, we can create a reality that works for us, instead of being trapped in someone else's version of reality. It's a radical idea, but one that's definitely worth exploring. I can't help but think about the incredible power of ideas and stories to shape our understanding of the world around us. From Plato's Allegory of the Cave to the mind-bending world of the Matrix, we've seen how these tales can capture our imaginations and challenge us to think differently. So the next time you're lost in a great story, remember that it's not just entertainment. It's a powerful tool that can change the way we see the world. Are you living in a Matrix? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video interesting, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next time.